Excuse me. Do you have an internship for the summer? Do you have an internship for the summer, sir?
I do.
Where are you working?
I'm working at Shopify.
Shopify.
Yeah.
By any chance, you're going to the country interviewing the top students about their top internships, and you feel like an internship advice that you want to share for other students? Love to have you if you don't have anything to do right now.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Where you're to school, what's your major, and where you're working this summer?
Current senior at the University of California, San Diego, majoring in data science. Last summer, I interned at UBS, and this fall, I'll be interning at Shopify.
Now, you're a STEM major who worked in a banking company. Oftentimes, banking has a culture of being very networking driven and having a lot of face-to-face interaction. What's your biggest tip for introverted engineering majors who want to thrive in their internship this summer?
Even me, when I first came into college, it was really hard to network with people. But I found that applying to as many of these networking events at these banks is just a good first step. I know when I interned at UBS, there was a program called the Tomorrow Talent Program, which was essentially what allowed me to get the interview at UBS.
Now, oftentimes with networking, a lot of students feel like there's a sense of imposter syndrome. What's your biggest tip to overcome imposter syndrome and speak confidently when networking with professionals?
You have to feel like you belong there. You were there for a reason, you were chosen for a reason, and you have to be confident in that. They picked you for a reason, and they want you to do the best work that you can. Be confident in your skills and know that you were there for a reason.
Do you go to target school for UBS and Shopify?
I would say no.
What is your biggest tip to own your confidence and know that you belong in a space when you don't go to a target school that most of your peers go to?
For me, it was being confident in my skills because sure, everyone else around you can go to Ivy Leagues, or ultimately, if you know the skills that you have are valuable for the company or firm, then I think there should be no reason for you to be confident in yourself and the work that you provide.
Oftentimes, a lot of non-target students feel like they have to overwork themselves or work long hours just to feel the same amount of appreciation from their peers that target school students do. And how did you deal with this when you were interning in UBS and Shopify?
Yeah, I think initially I had the same overwork mentality, but I quickly realized that overworking yourself doesn't really show that you're better than other people. I learned very quickly that you should work smarter rather than harder. And at the end of the day, results are shown whether or not you worked 50 hours or whether you worked 10 hours. So if you're able to work smarter and use results in an efficient manner, then I see no reason for you to be able to work as hard as 50 hours or 60 hours a week when you can be working around 30 to 40.
You mentioned working smart. Oh my gosh. So you mentioned working smart. What is the smartest way you've seen somebody work at your internship to land a return offer?
A lot of my peers when I was working at UBS leveraged a lot of AI. In this day and age, if you're not leveraging AI, you're missing out.